but the top spot is the top spot. Who cares? Leapfrog the Twins. We're the only a top division team with under 60 wins. But who cares? Top spot
to win division
is the top spot. That's right. Oh, the lowly AL Central. My White Sox, my wife's Tigers, your Guardians, the Twins, and the Royals. I mean, come on, man. So they're going to hope to beat the Tigers today. It's 1-0 right now in the top of the fourth. They will head north to play Toronto starting tomorrow night. They got 3 games at the Rogers Centre against the Blue Jays. 7-0-7, because they just got to be weird in Canada.
Nope. Guardians just scored another run.
Should we start at 7-10? No, let's start at 7-0-7.
It helps people spend more loonies.
Loonies and toonies. So there's your Guardians baseball right there. They're killing it. They're at Comerica Park.
Do you think that it's because of how long the Canadian national anthem is?
Oh, Canada?
Yeah.
It is a long song. Yeah. But I don't think that they... I never felt like Canada had the national anthem fetish that we have.
I think they still do it before each sporting event.
They do,
yeah.
But boy, we really love our national anthem. Well, we really pretend to love our national anthem down here. Canadians, I mean, they are a proud people, but Canada is a long... And they know most Canadians, from the elite all the way down to the common man, usually know every word of "O Canada."
Yeah, literally.
You ask somebody what the second and third verses here of the Star Spangled Banner are, and they just stare at you.
That's not
true.
Do you know?
Did you even know there was a second and third verse
of the national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner? Yeah,
but you don't know what they are.
Yes, I do. I watched Whitney Houston do it like a million times.
You know the one that they sing at the ball game. Do you know the second and third verse? Is what I'm saying. Most people here don't even know that. I don't know it. I'd have to look it up.
No, I have no idea.
I just know they exist.
Okay, well then.
You know more lyrics than what Whitney Houston sang? She could barely remember her own name.
You know, you really
wasn't her
pissed me off. It's not funny.
Wasn't her birthday just the other day?
Yes, it was.
It was really.
I gave her a shout out.
Would have been.
How old would she have been?
In crack years, pretty old.
Y'all are
There
so
are
disrespectful.
3 more. There are 3 more verses to the Star Spangled Banner. The one that we sing is the one that's at. Well, but that's what I'm saying. I mean, on the shore. I'm not going to go through all of it. Okay. Nobody wants that. On the shore, dimly seen through the mists of the deep, where the foe's haughty host in dread silence reposes. I'm 2 lines into the second verse, and I'm falling asleep. They're not going to sing that. Can you imagine if just out of the blue, somebody sang the third or fourth verse of the national anthem at a sporting event?
I mean, it's...
And where is that band who so vauntingly swore that the havoc of war and the battle's confusion, a home and country should leave us no more. Their blood has washed out their foul footsteps pollution. These are the words in the national anthem. At Francis Scott Key, boy, he was bored in jail. What?
Nothing.
Don't click your teeth.
No one sang it better than Whitney Houston.
I'm not even talking about Whitney.
I understand
if we really did love the national anthem the way people say they do,
that's
then
the standard.
You do all
right.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
No, she did it after she died.
I'm just checking. I'm just checking. People put out posthumous releases all
the
time.
You don't remember where you were when she was at the Super Bowl?
I remember where. I only remember where I was when she died.
Yeah, I know.
I don't remember where I was. When did she do the Super Bowl?
91. It was before I was even born, but it was. I feel like it was. We were going into some type of war, and it meant a lot. And they released.
Oh well, it was. Yeah, that would have been like Desert Storm.
But it was Desert Storm, and the record label released it as like a DVD, and it got radio play.
Not a DVD.
or a cassette.
Not in 1991.
Yeah, a cassette.
Super Bowl 25 is where she sang.
She had that
Giants
tracksuit.
versus Bills. It was the Bills' first loss in the Super Bowl.
Wow.
And they had 4 total.
The halftime show was the New Kids on the Block.
Oh my God, I don't even think I've seen that halftime show.
So January 27, 1991. So I would have been in college.
I was in 2nd grade.
Yeah.
She slayed it. Oh. I listen to that thing and cry all the time.
So that wasn't the halftime show. They had her
Singing the national
just do the national anthem. Huh. But at some point, she had to have done the halftime show.
No, because
Really?
she doesn't.
But she was like a mega star. Why wouldn't they have her?
Because her music is not. They like a spectacle for halftime.
You can give a person a spectacle. She had multiple hits.
Yes, but they're not like ballads. Like she's not going to come out and sing "I Want to Dance with Somebody" at a halftime show.
Why not? That's a perfect. That's what we're
song.
talking about. You think Coldplay really worked people up?
No, that's why they had Beyonce and Bruno Mars.
But
there.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but that was also 30 years after she was in her prime. They could have had her on the halftime show and everybody would have been fine with it.
In 91, she was still a megawatt star.
Yeah.
She hadn't even done The Bodyguard yet.
I think Mariah Carey was like just peeking her head out
Just
in
getting
91.
going, yeah.
And Mariah Carey didn't even do the halftime show yet.
Huh.
Who has more hits than her?
Then who?
Mariah Carey.
Chris Brown.
He's in my podcast. I talked about him.
He is? You got him on?
No.
He's
I'm talking
defending
about
him in his podcast.
I'm not-
You're in your podcast talking about Chris Brown.
Yes, I said leave Chris alone.
He's defending Chris Brown.
I'm defending the fact that he didn't do anything wrong with his fans. Like, people are talking about his raunchy meet and greets, and I don't like it. Because I want someone to be that close to their fans.
How did you land on Chris Brown for a podcast episode?
Because he was in the news getting slaughtered by the press because they were talking about...
Well, people slaughtered. People were reporting on his meet and greet saying, hey, this doesn't seem that appropriate.
Did he punch somebody else? or-
No. he didn't punch
just
anybody.
he poses with girls and they're like bent over or like grinding on him and
So
stuff like that.
what?
I don't
They
care.
pay their money.
I can't believe people still support the guy. He's a piece of human garbage.
No one's above redemption.
He's done nothing to
But
redeem
I was going to
himself.
say, he doesn't seem like a guy who's trying to redeem himself. He seems like a guy who, like, every time some bad news comes out, he just looks in the camera and winks.
Well, he's still kind
It's
of...
like, hate is going to hate. You know?
He's still kind of blackballed. I mean, he's not mainstream success anymore.
Yeah, well, whatever. I'm just saying, I mean, that's a guy who, the way he started out, how it started and, you know, where we are currently with him, seems like it could have gone in a different way, being able to get himself under control.
Well,
He was like a wunderkind back in the day. They were like, can you believe this kid's 16 when he had like his first hit?
yeah, they thought he was going to be like the next prodigy of Michael Jackson.
Something. Well, anyway. Poundcake doing a deep dive on Chris Brown in this week's Poundcake podcast.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail as da-da-da-da-da-da.
See, even Enrico Palazzo couldn't remember the rest of the words of the Star Spangled Banner. Alan Robin Williams died 8 years ago today.
When no,
It's true.
Exactly where I was
Did I ask him where he was when Robin Williams died?
I just remember.
He goes, do you want to know where I was? I have a feeling you were here.
Guess we're gonna find out.
I wasn't.
What? You weren't here? Was he
I-
here in 2014?
No.
I don't. Not yet.
Oh.
I didn't
okay.
even intern yet. But
all right.
I only remember this. But when I brought up Whitney Houston, you said I only remember where I was when she died because
Yep.
Gwen told you were in a hotel room. You told that story many times.
Well, she was subletting an apartment, yes. And she was in the shower.
I was in an athlete orgy from the gay games in a hotel room in downtown Akron, and right as I was like,
So for you to hear the news, that implies that your head wasn't at the very bottom of the puppy pile then. You were able to hear like hey, Robin Williams died.
I was mounted on someone.
Said, hold on, let me hose off.
I was mounted on someone, and someone like next to me, like that rolled over. They're like, "Oh my god!" And I'm like, "What?" They're like, "Robin Williams just died," and the whole room just got really sad. And the one guy turned on the TV.
You never announce a celebrity death during an orgy.
No, come on.
It was the gay games, and one guy
That
was
was
like,
in Cleveland?
No,
Was that an event or was that just the
What you guys called it?
No, it was the Gay Olympics. It was in Akron and Cleveland that year. I remember exactly where I was because it just kind of took the energy out of the room. And the guy turned on the TV he was like, "Oh, I don't want to see the news." He was like, "I want to see if there's a rerun of Dead Poet Society."
Jesus.
So it could
I don't
be.
think they're that fast with it. Like he just died. Let's get.
He
this
was
on.
trying to do like some on demand. He was like, "I wonder if Dead Poet Society is on." But yeah, that's how I remember where I was. It was from a guy from Paris, a guy from like Connecticut, a guy from all over the world.
Our top winner in the showcase is gay.
Well, there was Poundcake's story. He was at the gay games at the bottom of a puppy pile, and somebody ran in and announced that Robin Williams had just, died, and then we came to realize killed himself.
Because he had dementia, or he was sliding into
Lewy
dementia?
body dementia was the exact diagnosis, yes.
That's so sad.
Bad news. Very sad, yes. Mm-hmm. Alan, I'd like to shrink down like Martin Short in Inner Space, or Dennis Quaid, rather, in Inner Space, and take a cruise around Poundcake Spring. Remember the movie Inner Space?
I never saw it.
Oh, I loved that movie when I was a kid. I loved that movie. It's Martin Short. It's a ridiculous premise, but it's so fun. Dennis Quaid is this guy who is going to be the first person. He's like an astronaut or an adventurer or something. What was it? Tuck Pendleton, I think, was his name in the movie, and he's going to be
That's a good name.
Yeah, he's going to be the first person to be miniaturized and go into another person's body. And I haven't seen it in a long time, but the premise is that he's going to be miniaturized and put in this serum that will then be put into a syringe and injected into an animal, I think, so that they can look inside the body, right? Well, some nefarious corporate espionage happens, and the guy with the syringe, the lab doctor or something, needs to get rid of it, and he injects it into an unwitting Martin Short.
Oh, no.
And because Martin Short has such a gift for physical comedy, now he has to act the rest of the movie as though someone's inside him. And then he hears a voice. He doesn't know who it is. It's Dennis Quaid. And hilarity ensues. This is back when Dennis Quaid and Meg Ryan were still a thing, too. So Meg Ryan is the female lead, and she's super cute. And great movie. I don't know if it rises to the level of underrated, because I think it was kind of a big deal at the time, but I loved Inner Space. I think Joe Dante directed that.
Did they also give him some sort of flashlight so he could see what's going on? Because I don't think there's all that much light inside the human body.
I think it was kind of a Fantastic Voyage type thing for people who remember that, or when The Simpsons shrunk down and went inside Mr.
That
Burns.
I'm familiar with.
There you go, yeah. And Martin Short's character in the movie was like a hypochondriac, right? So he's going to the doctor, I hear these voices, and then...
What's crazy now is we do this, we don't actually shrink down, we just have cameras that go into people.
That's right.
And you go,
Yep.
and you see what's happening in there, and it's gross.
Oh, I guess it didn't do well.
Oh.
The budget was $27 million, and it made $25.9. So I guess that's considered...
Well, it's not
I think people liked it, but not enough people went to go see it. I don't know. I
think you just liked it as a kid.
I did. I saw it in the movie theater, and I loved it. I was 16 years old when that came out. Tuck Pendleton was Dennis Quaid, and Martin Short was Jack Putter. Names can tell you a lot in movies or in books or whatever. Names can really evoke an image. So when they go, like thinking of The Simpsons, right? Lionel Hutz was one of the many characters that the late Phil Hartman did. And just Lionel Hutz is just like a great name for a guy who's, trying to scam people or whatever. And then I'm Troy McClure was the other character, the washed up film actor or whatever. You may know me from such films as Fireworks, The Silent Killer. And 1 minus 2 equals negative fun. So, the Marshawn Lynch DUI report is getting worse and worse, by the way. I guess it's a good thing he's not actively in the league.
Yeah, but still, dude, you got money. Why are you driving?
He's having a good time. They picked him up at a DUI early the other morning, and they said that his car, I don't know who he's driving. He was driving a Benz or something. They said the car was undrivable because one of the tires was flat and another one was missing.
He's going beast mode.
Yeah, he really was. He was driving a 2020 Shelby GT500. So it's a fast car. The front left rim was on the pavement. The tire's completely gone. And another one was flat. They said that the cops, Marshawn Lynch, left a trail of damage on the road. So this is one of those things where you get pinched for the DUI, and then they're surely going to charge you for whatever they've got to do to fix that road. We think the city's going to pick up the tab for that? Scratching up pavement and curbs and all kinds of stuff. And he wouldn't give him his license when he picked him up. And he wouldn't blow.
All he said was, I'm just here so I don't get fined. And they're like, no, you're going to get fined. That's why you're here.
Last time I saw Marshawn Lynch, did you watch Murderville at all? The Will Arnett Netflix show?
I didn't love it the way... Yeah, it was too...
It was very uneven.
Yeah.
But people loved the Marshawn Lynch episode. That was
See,
the
that
last
was the
time
one
I
that
saw him
like
doing
I
that.
turned off because he has no improv skills.
I didn't like it as much as other people, but for some reason...
People love that one, but
yeah,
I
they love
thought
the
it was-
Marshawn Lynch. I think it was because they didn't expect him to do something like that. Mm-hmm. But no, he was not good in it. But but that was the last time I saw him in anything was Will Arnett's Murderville.
He did an episode of the Peyton Cast or whatever they call that on Monday night, where they're watching Monday Night Football and he was going back and forth with them. Mm-hmm. That was pretty entertaining. He's an entertaining dude. I just don't know why, when you have that much money, you don't just get an Uber or get a black car. Get somebody to drive you if you're that drunk.
Yeah,
it's just silly.
I think that's one of the great things about being rich is that you just are so accessible to everything. Like I know you want a flashy car, but what's better than having a flashy car is having a driver for that flashy car.
But you also don't, if you are rich, you also don't have to concern yourself with things like consequences. Because if you get in trouble and you get fined, you can easily pay the fine. Even if you have to go to court,
well, he's just
you
lucky
can
he
afford.
Didn't kill anybody, though.
Well, that's what I'm saying, right? He's lucky that he's okay, that he didn't hit anybody. That's a whole other ball of wax.
But there's other things like having a they just brought the new Escalade. That literally, you can have a driver in the back, in the front, and sit in the back.
I was going to say, if you have a driver in the back of the new Escalade, that is heavy duty.
That's impressive.
That is like top next level stuff.
That way you can act like you're driving, you're sitting up front, and the cop pulls you over like, hey, actually, the driver's back there. I'm just pretending to drive.
That's right.
I'm driving along.
Like, I would love it. Like, if I had money, the first thing I would do, well, if I had enough to have a driver, I would get one of those Mercedes Sprinters. Those Sprinter vans, because they're so customizable, you could literally do whatever you want with them.
But they're so gangly and like unwieldy. A Sprinter van.
Oh my gosh, those Sprinter vans! That's
have you ever driven one?
No, you don't. I don't want to drive one.
Drive it.
Oh, my station vehicles at my station in Chicago were all Sprinter vans.
Actually, I have drove one.
They're really annoying to get around in.
I actually have drove one when I was working.
He has drove one. Bill.
I have driven one. When I was doing weddings, we had some of those Sprinter vans. That's what we would carry equipment in. But that's the thing. They're utility vehicles and they're like luxury vehicles because I've seen the back of them where it's just tricked out. You have a desk back there. You have like a little kitchen.
Well, that's if you do that. I mean, they're just for hauling things otherwise. You can get them tricked out, obviously, because there's a bunch of room.
Yeah, and that's what I want. I just want to drive.
You want a tricked out Sprinter van.
But
what?
Like, you don't need van life if you're just having someone drive you to and from a restaurant or a bar or something.
Why would you have a driver?
Because I could. Same reason why people... Just because I could. Why would I not? I can always be drunk. I can always have a bottle with me. Or I can always smoke my blunt and not have to worry about getting pulled over.
No, I understand that part. I just don't understand why... If you're that rich, you're like, well, I would like to sleep in the van, not in this suite or my mansion.
Well, if I'm going on a long drive.
Okay.
Yeah, rich people don't have consequences, so that's not a factor in my mind. I can sleep on my way to the airport if I want to, if I'm still too tired.
Why are you so sleepy?
Why are you so tired?
That's not the point.
Because he did an hour on the treadmill, Bill. That's why he's so tired.
It's so sleepy.
So sleepy.
He's so sleepy from making all that money.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Whatever.
He just wants to be in he never wants to be too far from a bed. That's what it comes down to.
You got time to lean, you got time to clean.
That's his idea.
Alan, I was listening to the show from yesterday. Poundcake was talking about his tinnitus in his left ear and proceeded to say, well, your right ear, my left. As if we didn't know what he meant when he said my left ear. Have a good show. Later.
Did you say my right ear, your left? Is that what I don't remember that. Do you remember saying that?
Yeah.
My right, your left?
Yes, I did say that.
We all have the same left ear. So, like, your right ear would be the same as my right ear. You were thinking, like, mirror images?
Yeah.
Hey, my right, your left. Okay.
Stage directions.
Yeah. Maybe it's a good idea that he's not driving himself. He does need a driver because he can't tell his right from his left.
Do you need to lay down?
Are you tired? Are you all right?
I mean, it would be nice.
Well,
Ain't nowhere.
That's the idea of wealth. He's just never too far from a bed.
Oh yeah, that's and have expensive sheets and just warm yourself. Yes.
What is this obsession with being horizontal all the time? I don't get it. He's doing his podcast lying down for a while, and holy crap.
He's just exhausted.
Get up and move, homie. What are you doing?
I do get up and move.
You want to lie down all the time. I'm not going to sleep. Why? There's nothing there for you. All the fun's out here. Amanda and Menor says Poundcake's logic confuses the crap out of her sometimes.
It confuses all of us.
He laughs while talking about an actual sad loss like Robin Williams, but gets offended when people don't stan a crackhead like he does and defends a domestic abuser like Chris Brown. Your thoughts?
First off, she's more than just a crackhead. She did crack. Crack was not her life. As far as Chris Brown goes, I think
you're proving Amanda's point for her, by the way.
What?
You're going to great lengths to defend Whitney Houston's crack addiction.
Because it wasn't addiction. She was sick. She wasn't a bad person.
Nobody's calling her a bad person.
You guys stand Demi Lovato.
She was a crackhead.
I don't.
You guys stand Demi Lovato. She did crack.
I
she did
stand Demi Lovato's naked photos in Vanity Fair.
Whatever.
Thank you very much.
So that's the difference. I don't like you guys giving Demi Lovato a pass, but not Whitney Houston.
Actually,
have I ever
Demi
given
Lovato
her
is
a
not a
pass?
crackhead.
She is a crackhead.
She's not a crackhead.
She's a
You think
crackhead.
that what's wrong with her is that she's doing crack. There's no evidence to support that claim.
She said she did crack. She said she did crack.
Did it one time. Whitney Houston was a crackhead. That's why she died in a bathtub. She wasn't dabbling in crack. By the way, devotion to accuracy for people watching the live stream. Just put
Yeah,
tiny pound cake.
we got to lay him down.
horizontal there.
Right.
See?
It's not accurate
I don't
if
know.
he's standing up.
He looks really comfortable.
Yeah, I know. Well, I rested his head on the keyboard.
Yeah,
I don't know
he
if you
does
can
look really
I
comfortable.
don't know if you can see him there, but
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
There he is.
He's resting.
There, we're resting comfortably. Tiny pound cake.
We don't want him to overexert himself. We
You
want
know
him to be in the lap of luxury.
Take his shoes off.
Yeah, there you
Just
go.
here. All right. Remove them kicks. Pants or shirt off too, or just in clothes?
I'm usually down to my boxers.
Down to your boxers. All right. Well, there's no boxers here.
Ooh,
so
even better.
you going commando.
The nude. You can Donald Duck it if you want.
No, that's all right. I'll lie you down there.
I didn't realize his shoes come all the way up.
Of course.
He is chillaxing.
Yeah. He's living his best life. I got to take a break. If you want to text for anything, 35192. If you're listening anywhere on the iHeartRadio app, you can leave us messages there as well.